So we are back at another episode of, let's see, what is this podcast called? Real Talk About Real Estate and Real Stuff, or something real like that. And Jessica Sorenson is with me today, and we're going to talk about the real Jessica.
All right.
So this is just our attempt to kind of get people to know who you are and hang out and just chill and chit chat. You're from?
I was actually born in Dearborn, Michigan, which is right outside of Detroit. And so, yeah, I grew up there. I moved to Chico in 1996 to go to school.
So you went to Chico State, or?
I did. I started at Butte, then I went to Chico State.
And now, how did you hear about Chico? Was it?
Well, my mom had wanted to move to California, but couldn't afford Southern California prices and things like that. So she ended up here. And then I stayed in Michigan a little longer, and then met her out here and went to school.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's great. And you loved it, so you've been here for a while now.
Yeah.
And you owned a business previously.
Yes.
So after Chico State, then
it kind of started during Chico State, where I started my business that I had for 19 years.
Wow.
Before I started real estate.
How long have you been on the team now?
A little over 4 years. 4 years, October 1st.
Oh, okay.
I got my license.
Yeah. Gosh, that went by so fast.
Yeah.
And you're just rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
you love real estate?
I do.
What do you like best about it?
It's just I think it's a really good, and I know you talked about your mom being in it, and my grandmother was in it when I spent a lot of time with her growing up, and just always going to the office with her, open houses with her, just seeing her hustle around and stuff like that. It had been something that I wanted to go into, but I had a business and I had staff and I had people that relied on their salary or their money. And
so you had a responsible and successful business. So it's difficult to walk away from that and try something different. Time went by,
and then all of a sudden I realized time was going by, and it just was time to make the move. And I just love, my last business was oriented towards the home, and this just gives it a kind of a broader, spectrum of helping somebody with their home. So I'm really enjoying that, and just helping people get into the right home, and just the whole process.
And you've also done a mentorship and trained agents on our team. So
Yes.
Have you liked that aspect of it as well?
I did, very much.
Yeah. Once you understand and know the business and are successful like you are, to be able to teach somebody new coming in, you know, how to write a contract, what to do here, review all the things. And it just kind of like gives a different perspective, I think.
And then watching them kind of go and start doing really well is just really rewarding. And I'm just, it was a great experience.
Well, let's flip this a little bit to the real Jessica. No, not that you are the real estate Jessica, but so you have a daughter.
I do.
Yeah.
She's 14. She's doing great. She's a freshman at Chico High, and she's doing really, really well. So I'm really proud of her.
And you have a dog, and you have a cat.
My fur babies, and
Tell us the day in the life of Jessica Sorenson.
So most days, I do. It's kind of like my hobby, and my exercise as well. As I love to dance, and I do that probably 3 to 4 times a week. Any sort of dance class, I do that.
And you're very good at it.
Thank you.
Girls got skills.
Yeah. It's always been, even when I was a kid and throughout high school and things like that, it was always a big part of my life. So something I've always been passionate about. And now it's pretty much for fun. Back in the day, it was more technical, but now it's kind of just
fun and exercise, killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
And a lot of times I'm kind of a homebody, but I do like to go out to restaurants, hang out with my friends, family, and of course my daughter and my pets.
So when you get up every day, the first thing you do, I know you do a workout on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You do your strength training stuff, and then maybe hit the office. And after
I do the strength training. I do a Zumba or a club dance fit. And
we should do that as a team.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah.
Okay, we got to do that.
You got to do it.
Somebody put that on the calendar.
All right. It is super fun. Come home, and then I go to the office.
What do you think what's your best experience that you've had in real estate?
I mean, just making somebody happy and getting them in home. And hopefully that, I mean, we all know that there's hiccups and sometimes it's not in anybody's control and things happen.
Right.
But when things do go smoothly and somebody just seamlessly gets into the, their home of their dreams and stuff like that. That's like
so rewarding. Yeah. And they're especially people that are first time buyers that have been renting for a long time. It's so exciting that they're actually taking that jump and that leap, because it is really scary.
Yeah.
But all of the problems that we have in real estate, I mean, real estate's kind of like, okay, what hurdles are we going to have in this escrow? There's very rarely not a hurdle. That one where you had that listing out at Butte Creek Country Club, and they'd lived in the house since it was built. So for like 50, 60 years.
Had a trust in place since 1999.
Yeah, and then that went haywire because the trust wasn't done right several years ago. And then you referred your clients to the attorney that worked it all out and did a quick probate for you.
Yeah, I think 3 weeks.
Yeah, that was awesome that you were able to do that, because probates can go on forever.
Right. And but when it happened, you're like, you just didn't know it would all work out. And most of the time things do. That's what I've been finding out. You kind of panic, stress out, and then it ends up falling into place. So
because it seems like you've had a lot too, where you're helping people whose parents maybe have moved on, or in that case, I think it was their sister.
Had passed away.
And you help them through that process.
And they didn't live in the area.
Right. They didn't live here. And you help them get rid of all their stuff, all the excess stuff, when you can really take the time to help people. So if you had anywhere where's the next destination? Do you have any places that you want to go?
Well, my daughter and I have been talking about that. So, I don't know, somewhere new that both of us want to go to. The Virgin Island area. I've never been there.
Fun.
I know she hasn't. So, just for starters, so we've been talking about it. We're not quite sure, but we have started. We did do the New York and Washington, D.C. trip, and that was really fun, super busy, but super fun. So it was nice that she got to, both of us got to go.
And do you ever get back to Michigan?
I do. Every couple years.
Oh, good. Yeah. Because you still have family that lives there, right? All right. Well, I have a very important question to ask you. Who's your favorite person on the team? So, Jess, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I still plan on, being in real estate, being on the team, and just progressing in that area. It's already progressed so much already that I'm just excited for the future in that.
What do you think I know this sounds really cheesy, but what's your key to success? How come you've been able to, in a short period of time, I mean, 4 years, you've been on the team for a while, but and me being in it for 20 years, it's relatively shorter than that. So why do you think you've been so successful in the 4-year time?
I do believe, just hard work. I did own my own business, so there are certain aspects to that you just have to hustle and do certain things that sometimes maybe if you're not your own business owner.
Your own boss.
Yeah.
It's hard to get motivated.
So there's things that you do have to just step out of your comfort zone and do. And kind of already being used to, making your own schedule and things like that. And just being open to learn. And I mean, that was the biggest reason why I wanted to be on a team, and specifically yours, just the culture of a team. And I wanted to surround myself with people, and I didn't want to do it all by myself. Felt like I did that a lot with my other business, where I kind of handled everything, and I wanted to
have some
more, support,
comrades,
but still be independent in the way that I was always used to as well. But
Stacy Flipper, aka Flipper Chick, is like, you've got to hire, or you need this gal on your team. She is such a go-getter.
And that's that's how I came to you, was kind of through knowing Stacy.
Yeah. Yay for Stacy again. Well, I just want to say we have really, I don't know what we would do without you on the team. You've been amazing. And I really appreciate all of the input that you put in at our team meetings and your side. Everybody's got a different perspective on a topic that we talk about. And you always seem to bring really good perspective to that. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And thanks for telling us a little bit about Jessica Sorenson.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
All right.
Peace out.